Hello, pedal people. This is the first video I'm doing after coming home from Lunam, as they say. So I don't even know if I know how this is done. Took us an hour and a half to even set up the cameras. And it's a doozy of a video because we're looking at something that will match my beautiful unicorn Pegasus llamas, which is the Brainwaves by TC Electronic, which still has dog hair on it, as I see. Now, I don't quite know how to do this video because this is a pedal where I go like, what? And then, that's what it does. And then, no, what? It doesn't. What? Huh? The manual that's included doesn't tell you shit. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what's happening when you do things, but I'm wrong most of the time. So let's explore this together. I'm sorry, TC, if this is not the most on point, I explain how things work video. I will explore this with you people out there. So Leslie, throw it on the thing. The one thing we can say about the Brainwaves is that the Unicorn Pegasus Llamas match it. And it's as fucked up as they should. So, hypothetically, what we have is a pedal that can do dual pitches. We have a voice 1 and a voice 2. And the first thing that I did wrong is I looked at it as if it's the quintessence. Wait, do I have the quintessence? I apparently do. Right here. Which it is not. On the quintessence, it says third, major third, fifth, sixth. So the numbers on the Brainwaves are half steps, semitones. So 2 semitones, which would be it can't do 1 semitone because that's a minor second. Apparently they don't want that. But that is a minor third. That would be a major third. Whereas that would be a tritone. Wait, what? No, that's a fourth. And that's a fifth. There's no tritone because apparently that doesn't make sense. That is then a sixth. They don't have a seventh. But you can, of course, customize anything you want. That's the beauty of TonePrints. Okay, so you understand how that works. Then, of course, 2 octaves, 1 octave and 2 octaves. And I can define whether or not voice 2 is above my main pitch or below my main pitch. And I can do the same thing for voice 1, which I could also turn off or make it the same as my main pitch by going to unison. Get that? I'll drink some coffee while Leslie shows you the side of the pedal for reasons that I don't quite know. Isn't that pretty? Come on. So, you define voice 1 or 2, whether it's above or below your main pitch. Then you mix it in as much as you want. And then there's these different modes. So there's pitch mode, voice 1 to voice 2 mode, whammy mode, which goes, I think, which is your original guitar, and then you hit it, and then it goes and does the something. It brings in whatever you set up. Detune mode, which is a very subtle, nice chorus, and then 3 different, very messed up TonePrint modes, depending on how messed up you want it. We're gonna go into the editor as well, which they completely revamped, and it looks better now, but also not. They improved it, but it takes me a while to figure out what. That's the thing with all the TC TonePrint pedals. On the surface, easy. And then you can do a bajillion things with them. We're not going to go into terms of amps. We're not even going to look at stereo, which I know if anyone's going to do it, it's me. You know what? I'm not going to do it. This thing is complicated enough as it is. We're going to do this. I'm going to move my coffee here, otherwise Leslie cries. With a slightly pinkish, purplish guitar, which is, of course, this. My Music Man Steve Moore's signature Y2D. In front of the pedal, I have a Bogner Ecstasy for fun. So, my clean sound is, by the way, this Tone King, Sky King right there. Thank you, Leslie. Which is also being mic'd with which is being mic'd with an MTP 440 from Lewitt. And you also hear the aux with the 412 creamback. Oh, I rolled down. And yes, the pedal is on. How do I turn it off? Oh, it's well, because it's the mash button, which functions like an expression control, this isn't a clicky switch. So you almost don't even hear it. You have, or feel it, you have to look at the light. That's a riff from Andy Wood, Forgotten Secrets, from his album Junktown. Check it out, and him and Ben Eller on Ben Eller's amazing channel have a lesson on that. So, we're gonna start with detune because that's the easiest one. I'm not even sure how the voicing thingies affect the detune, so here's an A. They do affect it. Don't ask me what actually happens. So, even if I can't figure out anything else, and even if everything else is something where you go like, who the crap needs that? That's a neat chorus, or detune ski. Which I assume in stereo is amazing. So what if I do this and then push the mash button, which I'm gonna have to put some force on it. Here we go. What? You can see that the mash light comes on, but doesn't do too much. So we're gonna go to pitch. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this off. We're gonna do it like this. Here's a second. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Minor third. So I have one pitch in there and it's a minor third, and with All the Way Wet, you're only hearing that voice one. Which means by going minus or below or down and doing one octave lower, guess what? The Brainwaves is an octave pedal. With decent tracking even down here. Let's crank some gain here. Now if I get the original guitar back in there. Now, is it monophonic or polyphonic? Actually, I can't tell you. Let's find out. seems to track the whole chord. Interesting. Which means I go up and I build myself a little 12th string. Which also means it's a pog. By now bringing in the lower octave, right here, I have a little bit of what a pog can do, or what the Luminary by Walrus Audio can do. You can't mix the octaves individually in volume, not on the pedal. But I'm pretty sure in the TonePrint editor you can. That was minor, it was a sharp 9, god damn it. That's a beautiful, horrible sound. Okay, obviously you can do that with an octave above and a 4th right there, above. Which the pog cannot do. Let's do pretty much one finger power chords right there. Okay, let's do a static major chord with the 5th right here. Of course, what it cannot do is what the quintessence can, which is intelligent pitch shifting. You tell it what key you're in and what mode you want, and it knows whether it's a major or minor 3rd. Here, you have to know it. And the way you would do this is somehow. I'll figure this out. Let's see what the mash button does here. I don't know where it goes. Goes to a -7. I don't understand why. That's the thing. I'm setting up pitch. I set up both pitches. I set up a mix. Now, if I hit the mash, why does it go to a -7? It seems to do a 3rd of a minor 3rd on top of the third for some reason. It doesn't. So what does it do with the fifth? It seems to do a minor third on top of whatever voices you have set up. Now, where you set up what the mash does, probably in the editor, but that seems to be a preset for pitch. Let's find out. By doing octave above, octave below, let's see if it does a minor third. Yes, it does. So it seems to be minor third. Okay, that's what pitch can do. Add two pitches, once you stomp on it, minor third up. Obviously, you can go crazy. An octave below and 2 octaves below for... Why am I turning this down? Am I an idiot? I know, Leslie, you have the answer to that. Okay, you can go crazy. Moving on to V1 to V2, which means I'm setting up a V. Let's do this. V1 above on a minor third and below on a major third. So now you have control over where you are. Hypothetically, if I understand the pedal correctly, which I do not. So that's a minor third. Do, mi. No, do, me, do, me, do, mi. That's where we want to go. There you can hear it. Me, mi. So if you're harmonizing, so you have control over major or minor. But of course you can go 4 to 5th. Which is pretty cool, or you can of course go minor, 3rd to 5th. Whatever you want, or you can go, of course, 1 octave below to 1 octave above. Below to above. It is very sensitive. How sensitive that can be controlled with your foot? Well, it's not on my foot. So what can I tell you? It takes some getting used to. Of course, you have a wider range if you go 2 octaves. we do more wet. I'm not used to this anymore. So that's what you can do. Go one to the other. It's all up to you. Moving on to Whammy. I don't know what that does. How cool is that Ecstasy pedal by Mr. Reinhold Buchner? It's Ecstasy Mini going into, of course, the Tone King, Sky King. With this guitar, I'm having fun. So what happens is we go from whatever you're playing dry to whatever you're having set up, all the way kind of wet. So what we might want to do is turn this off, go up and do an octave above, which makes sense. And your original guitar disappears. So you're whammying your original guitar to that pitch, which is of course something that that guy from that band did that had the Burning Man on the thing, the Bernie Monk kind of and he did that a lot. Satriani did that a lot, pretty much by just yeah, many people did that. It's a whammy song. Come on. Or two above. Or for Halloween, that's of course great. Obviously you can do, if you wanted to, let's do a major chord. Technically that should work. So you're changing whatever you're playing to a major chord. Or in this case, a minor. Or you do a third below, fifth above. Or if you wanted to, 2 octaves above and 1 octave above. The mix button has no effect in the whammy setting. Detune we already covered. So we've covered it. There is a lot of stuff in there. Some of it completely, utterly useless for me. Your creativity will determine how you use it and whether or not that's useful. For me, it's like, why would I use that? But then again, I probably find some situation where I go like, yep, that's what I want. Now, of course, we have the TP1, TP2, and TP3. Or as those guys from the MTV, well, the MTV would have said, TP for my bunghole, which is actually a TonePrint from someone. Stands, of course, for TonePrint. Now, TonePrint 1 is kind of a doozy. I'm going to set that up to something here. Some messed up thing. I think I messed up TonePrint 1. I know why. Ha! Because now the editor is active. Wait. Let me pull the cable. Haha. Here we go. Oh yes, my dear friends, the different voices can be delayed. So this is just crazy. I can't really play as I'm pushing. This is difficult to do. That is absolutely beautiful, but it stops as soon as you lift your foot. There you hear the delay. See, now I'm having fun. Beautiful stuff. Now, let's look under the hood and load up some tone prints, which means Leslie will have to throw this thing away and show us the tone print editor, which of course I have to call up. There we go. Thank you so much. So right now, it's of course not connected. As soon as I do connect it, Leslie, push the B button there for the 2-1. Thank you. There we see the whole thing, including the presets, which is what we're going to look at first. Yeah, I'll turn it to tone print, who knows what. There you go. They really changed the look of the tone print editor. Why not? Of course, you have the library of all your pedals over here, which is by now a shit ton. And users and templates and favorites, we're gonna go to library, Brainwaves, pitch thing. They already have, even though it's a new pedal, quite some sounds. So if I click on that, nothing happens. Oh, not store in pedal. I want to edit. I want to see what's happening. Let's see. Why is it so quiet? But you see what happened? I saw it. Did you see it? I changed the mix knob. The mix knob did not affect mix. It affected the common delay in milliseconds. No idea what's going on there. I can look at voice 1, which is a custom voice of 600 watts. That's what I don't understand. Is it 6 half steps? Tone bend percent. Okay, here. Bend time. I'm a little bit confused as to what I'm seeing here. I would very much like a manual for that, which I'm pretty sure Mr. Kant has. Immanuel Kant. It's not funny. It's kind of neat what happens. I just don't know what that stuff means. There's a soft clipper. And the soft clip type is a fourth linear. I don't quite know what I'm looking at. That's my only problem. Here you can see two things that the mesh button will do, which is a pitch shifter and a soft clip. No, it's a soft clip drive and the common delay will change. Okay, we're gonna go to double detune. Let's look at that. Very nice. What's the Kaiser pitch? That is way cool. So you can see there's a delay. Which gets ramped up by the mesh button. And voice 2 also, but not quite as much. We can of course see that here. Wait, the mesh does, no, the knob mapping does the common mix, and the mesh does delay 1 and 2. Okay, interesting. LFO 1. Let's look at that. No, lo-fi, it's not LFO. What the? I can't read. Very nice. Let's do Space Force, which is of course making fun of the Trump. And one more, Stutter Mesh. I have no idea how they're achieving that. It gets trapped in the delay. That's interesting. Very creative programming there. Let's see, throw away the presets. Let's explore what this thing can do. I'm gonna go to 80s Whammy here. Thank you. So the subtype could be pitch V2. Portamento would be the Whammy in this case, I guess. Which the software shows as porta, whereas the pedal shows as wham, and detune. So no more algorithms than you can select on the pedal. On voice, again, custom voice. Actually, let me set that to pitch so I know what I'm doing. That's a song, I guess. Don't know why I can't hear that if I'm on pitch. Okay, so the editor, I'm not completely stupid, even though Leslie thinks I am, but the editor is not as user-friendly or as self-explanatory as one would think. I'm looking for a mix, which I can't find. Custom voice would tell me that this is a thing where I can say what pitch I have, even though it doesn't do anything. But then why are there numbers and not semitones? Or is it in between semitones? Okay, so that's 2 octaves. I can go in between microtonal stuff. Okay, but would be nice to have a really good manual for that editor. Because at the moment, even though I know a little bit about sound design, I'm a little bit lost as to why things aren't doing what, huh? Okay, so bye-bye editor. You can do stuff in the editor. So what's the dealio with the Brainwaves by TC Electronic? Given the ridiculously low price point that Music Tribe has decided to place their sub-brand TC Electronic in now, for anyone looking for pitchy effects, this is almost a no-brainer. See what I did there? It is. I mean, the detune alone is worth the price of admission, if you ask me. If you want to do low, I mean, octaves and fifth are always easy and not too complex to use in a musical context. You can go from the fifth to the octave, from the octave to the fifth, from the higher to the lower. It is a great pedal to actually get your lead sound a little bit out of a mix. Just bring your guitar a little bit out of the mix by just having a little bit of a higher octave in there, and all of a sudden, bam, it will stand out. So yeah, that's something you can do. What else? Obviously, traditional whammy things. You could go from a third to lower third, from a minor third to a major third. Again, you are the master of what you want to do. You can do bing, boom, bing, boom, bing, boom, bing, delay things. For you to set that up the way you want it, you would have to understand the editor. Good luck with that. And the delay effects for ambient people, crazy shit. I think there's a lot of stuff in there with the mesh technology that's pretty brilliant. It'll take a while to get your head around, your brain around what this does and how to really utilize it. I wish the editor was like, if you moused over a parameter, it would explain to you what that does. On this pedal, since these 3 are clickies, they're not assignable. The mix is assignable with 3 different parameters. You can assign anything to it going up or down. So you have control in a live situation over 3 parameters, plus 3 more with the mash button for a total of 28. It's 6, you numbnuts. It's a TC pedal. What do you want from me? It's good. Even if it does one of the things it does, it's good. If you do ambient stuff, it's good. You want to do bassy, synthy kind of a low and high, it's good. For the price, what the crap? Why are you even still talking to me? Yeah, well done, TC. Just get the editor to be more helpful, please. And of course, there's an app. And with the app, you can do things with the... And then you have it on the TonePrint right there through the pickup, which works. I've shown it a million times. You know it works. Don't ask me to do it again. And that means links below, animals at the end. Thanks, Leslie.